everyone, this is Preeti Yadav and today we are going to start with the chapter 1 of EVS class 5th and that is Tracing Family History. Okay, as we know, due to various reasons, our family members shift from one place to another. There can be various reasons like they have got job at some other place, they have got transfer at some other place, or they might have faced some natural calamities or some other problems due to which they have to shift from one place to the other. So, but the reason is, the thing is, there can be many reasons for a person, for a family member to move from one place to another. But the roots of their family members are at the same place. That is the place where their parents used to live. We usually call it as our hometown. So this is what tracing family history is. Now let us understand the first topic of this chapter, which is migration. Now migration, the movement of people from one place to another to settle down there, is called as migration. For example, if I move from here, this place, and I get settled at some other place, like for say example, I get settled in Pune. So from this place I am getting settled to Pune. So this will be called as migration. Now what can be the what are the migrants? Migrants are those people who migrate. Like in the example I have said, if I might move from this place to Pune, that will be called as migration. But because I am moving, so I will be called as migrant. So all those people who migrate from one place to another to settle down there, these people are called as migrants. Now let us understand what can be the reasons for this migration. Now the reasons can be better or higher education. Like in some places, people do not get facilities or they do not have proper schools for their education for which they aspire. So they had to go to some other place for their higher education or to get some better opportunities for education. So this can be one of the reasons for their migration. The next is better job opportunity. It can happen like a person is working at some town or some small area and he gets some better opportunity, means he has got selected in some other job where he is getting high salary from the present one. So he has got some better job opportunity, that's why he has to migrate. Another can be marriage. This is the most common reason behind migration. Mostly the women's or the girls face this reason for migration. After getting married, the girls have to move from their place to the husband's place. So this is the most common reason for migration in women, or you can say for females. Next is job transfer. You might have seen around you that all the employees, all the people who are government employees, they used to get transfer within 2 years or 3 years or so. So all these employees had to move from one place to another after every time they get transferred. So this is also one of the reasons for their migration. Now this was about migration, what migration is, what are the migrants, and what are the reasons behind migration. Now there are some other kinds of migrations also, like displacement. In this displacement, when people are forced, please pay attention, here in this migration, people are not forced, they are moving from one place to another by themselves. It is their will to move from one place to another. But here in displacement, they are forced to move from one place to another. Like they are settled at some place, but because of some reasons, we will study that. Because of some reason, they are forced to leave that particular place where they were settled. So this kind of movement, this kind of migration is known as displacement. It is also called as forced migration. Now what can be the reasons for this displacement? There can be natural calamities like floods, like earthquake or tsunami. If such kind of natural calamities occurs, then people have to leave their place and go to some safer places. So this is a forced migration. People are forced to leave their places because of natural calamities and leave their houses and go to some safer places. Another reason can be man-made calamities. Man-made calamities can be a war or a political decision. In war, the whole area needs to be evacuated so that people don't get hurt. In political decision, we can take an example of partition of India and Pakistan. When the political leaders decided to separate India and Pakistan, the people from Pakistan were forced to come to India, and people from India were forced to go to Pakistan. This was a political decision. So here also people were forced to move from one place to another, and this is what we call as displacement or forced migration. Let us now understand what is demolition. It is another reason for migration. In demolition, what happens? Government breaks the houses built on unauthorized land. That means the land on which is unauthorized for people to make houses. For that, government breaks those houses. This is called as demolition. Another reason for migration can be construction of dams, bridges and flyovers, etc. In such cases, people are forced to move from one place to another. They have to leave that place because the bridges or dams or flyovers are going to be built there. Now let us understand what are refugees or who are refugees. During a war, when people leave their homes so as to avoid the violence, and they take shelter in some another country, those people are called as refugees. I repeat it. During a war, when people leave their homes to avoid the violence of the war and take shelter in another country, those people are called as refugees. Let us now understand some terms. First is emigration. When people move to other countries and settle down there permanently, the process is known as emigration. For example, if a person from India, suppose Ram from India goes to Canada and settles down there permanently, then the process is known as emigration. Here, because Ram is going from India to Canada, so Ram will be called as emigrant. Emigration, it is the process in which a person is going from one country or the place from where he lives to other country and settles down there permanently. That is known as emigration, and the particular person is known as emigrants. Now, immigrants. When a person or people comes to a new country and settles down there, then these are called as immigrants, and the process is known as immigration. Like in the previous example, Ram goes and settles down in the Canada. So in Canada, for Canadians, Ram will be immigrant. I hope you have understood this. Thank you.